So yeah, so it was great that they were learning to trade and learning all the day trading terms and setups, but they didn't have the tools. So this is what we're going to go over. So a lot of my friends, and I assume a lot of our viewers, have come across day trading by initially long-term investing. However, we must understand that day trading and long-term investing are not one and the same. So you really limit yourself and your earning potential in day trading when you stick to day trading one stock or day trading stocks that you own long-term. Right? So not only can this skew your trading psychology, for example, going long because you hold NVIDIA stock when it's clearly a short because it's in your long-term portfolio, but the reality is the stock that you hold long-term may not be in play every single day, guys. So be mindful of that.
Hey, check this out. So I stopped buying random lotto tickets and started doing this instead.
So
there you go.
Today we are going to be going over transitioning from investing to day trading. So today we will cover stock picking resources, identifying volatility and volatile stocks, picking the best day trading stocks, identifying unfavorable day trading environments.
Love to know about that.
Momentum trading tips. And let's get into it, guys. So transitioning from investing to day trading. So unlike investing that is most concerned with long-term business fundamentals, day trading is mainly driven by news catalysts and volatility. So we want to make sure that when we're getting in, the volatility is there. And I'm a momentum trader. I love scalping, so I need to make sure that that volatility is there. So you want to make sure that you're not in this chopping action because that, what is it? You don't want to be in that type of limbo action, you know what I mean? And so, so you want to make sure that you are having those breakouts. So we want to go with this type of action or to the upside, but that is what we're getting into today, guys. So, exactly, Fabian, you know it. So I have a low volatility stock example. So this is Dollarama. I took a picture of this yesterday. So this is an example of low volatility. So this choppy action is usually not something that we want to see when we're day trading. This stock is 602,000. So not really, the most ideal in terms of volatility. So in order to understand the best day trading stocks to choose, we must know what we are looking for. In order to get started, it is best to familiarize ourselves with how volatility and lack of volatility looks visually. Being able to look at a stock or skim through a variety of stocks and being able to decipher when a stock is liquid or lacks volatility on the day or overall is a skill that all day traders should know. So guys, you need to know just by looking at the chart. Is this a good environment for me? Is this a good day trading stock? This looks ugly. Look at this. It's just nasty. Like, it's just, the candlesticks are not too long. It's just more of like a line. And so that is another tip that you can use to decipher, whether it's low volatility or just a liquid as well. So another example that I have, the two was Dollarama and the EBF. So EBF was 108,000. So that is typically not a very good volume to have. Typically, I like to have my volume stocks over 1 million in volume, and I find that is most ideal when I'm day trading. So that is what I am looking out for, guys.
Hey.
So 1 million in volume, that is most ideal for you guys. So I was talking a little bit about illiquid stocks. So last time I was on the show, I shouted out, I was like, what is a meta derivative? And someone shouted out METU. And I looked at it briefly and it just looks pretty illiquid, like it's just lines. And so that is a good indication of an illiquid stock. So I know that, there are some people that like trading derivatives, but you want to make sure that it is liquid. So look at that as well.
Bang.
So with going back to the other ones, I know that people typically, they're saying, hey, this could look ideal for a range trade. And I know there are people who like range trades, but as a momentum trader, this is a poor trading environment for me because it would require you to catch the very top or the very bottom. And, given the limited time constraints that we have, needing to be out by 4 p.m., being flat at 4 p.m. by the end of the day, it gives us a small window. And so I don't want to be waiting at my desk, waiting for something to happen when I could be in stocks that are already in play, guys. So that is what we are looking for. So my time is better spent, looking at stocks that have high volatility. It is suggested that you stay away from stocks that have less than 1 million, as I said, and avoid barcoding action. So a resource that I think is really useful, and some of you guys probably already know it, Yahoo Finance. It is pretty easy, and so what I usually do is I go to Yahoo Finance, say I'm looking at a ticker, Tesla is pretty popular, go on there on Tesla, and I'm looking at the volume and the average volume. So typically I'm looking at the discrepancy between what the volume is for the day and the average volume as well. So going back here, guys. So an example that I have here is Crocs. So how can you gauge when a stock has low or high volume on the day? So I'm identifying discrepancies between the volume and the average volume. So the volume is the current day's volume, and the average volume is over a period of time. So this could be within a day, week, a month. I don't know exactly how Yahoo Finance calculates it, but it's over a longer period of time, and that's how you gauge the average volume for the day. So another example that I have, it's still Crocs here. So Crocs on September 24th, around 3:47 is when I screenshotted this little picture here. It was approximately 454,000 shares traded below the average volume. So I'm going to show you guys what 34% below the average volume looks like when you're, looking on the ticker. So here is Crocs, and look how it's just this chopping action. So this is what 34% below average looks like.
Wow.
So not too great looking there. So another representation that I have is Benzai, BNZI. And so this one was around, I believe, 5,790% over the average volume. So that is crazy. So if you're trying to see what that looks like, this is has more volatility, clearly. And you could see that just through the long candlesticks. And, there's more going on there. So that is the ideal thing that you're looking for visually when you're looking for the right day trading stocks. So another resource that I like to use is Market Chameleon. I typically use Market Chameleon in the morning. I use it for pre-market movers, screeners, unusual options activity, and dividend calendars. But guys, I am not, an options trader like Joe. He's, the options king. I more so use it just to gauge what, stocks are moving and what may have volatility. So that's what I mainly use it for.
Bang.
So if we go into Market Chameleon here, we have our most active gainers. So typically, I like the mid to large caps. So I'm typically looking for stocks that are around $80 to $100+ dollars. So I'm looking for those here. Just take a scan through there. I look at the main gainers, taking a scan through there. And sometimes I'll look at the decliners. You could look at that as well, but that is not really my main focus there. So great and amazing tool there. Unusual options activity is also a tool that we can use. So you could just take a scroll here. So we got BABA, NEO, PDD, MSTR, Rocket Labs, Costco, things like that. And so I'll just take a scan and I'll look at the charts and I'll see, what do those stocks look like today? Is it breaking that pre-market high? Is it breaking that pre-market low? And then I gauge from there, guys. So that is a good resource as well.
Bang.
So another one is unusual options activity in Benzinga. It's the same thing as Market Chameleon, just another, platform. I'm pretty sure that, we support Benzinga, talking about Benzinga Pro. So if you guys are really serious about trading, go get that Benzinga Pro.
Jeez,
Yes.
look at this girl's going to ads already.
Yes.
I like it. First day.
Yes,
Okay.
guys. And so, so you could go on Benzinga Pro and you could look. So the SPY is doing some action there. Meta, SLV, GLD. DGMU and the QQQ, guys. So look at those as well. So next, where are we going? Investing.com. You know what? I'm going to shout out Wayne in the back.
Wayner.
Wayne, has actually put me on to this investing resource, investing.com. So he does a lot of
Actually
earnings
really
lists.
good. And I love you got the earnings calendar.
Yes.
It's got Fed speak. It's got everything on there.
Yes. So
He's hiding behind that monitor,
yes,
by the way.
shout out Wayne. He's hiding. He's probably killing those trades back there.
Joe.
So this is investing.com. So this shows us all the earnings resources that we have. So we have like a little sun, which shows us the earnings that will come out before market open. And then we have a little moon that will show us, the earnings that will come out after market close, so after 4 p.m. or later. And that's a really nice resource. I know there's other resources, but I'm a visual person, so I find the little sun, the little moon, it makes things so much easier, guys. So let's just do that. Next, what are we on? Finviz. Finviz I really like as well. Has news on there, has the ATR, and it has a public insider trading list that I like, as well as a heat map. So the ATR is the average true range. So the average price variation within a given time period. So you could look at that on Finviz as well as TradingView. So if you go on Finviz, I have NVIDIA pulled up on here. And so if you scroll down a little bit, it's just this window here. So the ATR within the past 14 days is 536. So that is an easy way to gauge the ATR on Finviz. Or you could use TradingView. Oh, it's not allowing me, but you could use the indicator on TradingView, and that shows you a range as well for the ATR. So you could look at it on the minute, the 5 minute, the hour, the monthly. So I think that is a really good tool, and I use that every single day. And shout out to Joe for showing me that. Not new Joe. Oh.
Yeah. Just F11. F11, I think.
F11.
Yeah. There you go.
Sorry, guys.
No worries.
Not Trader Joe. There's another Joe back there, because when I first came here, I was just like, Joe. Jose, yes, Jose. So shout out Jose, because he showed me this, and I was like, Jose, I don't know the average movement of a stock. Like, I'm
There's
in
his
crypto.
head, by the way. He's got white headphones on. Anyone who's wondering who Jose is.
Yes, Jose. And so, yeah, I was just like, I'm a crypto girl, crypto moves like hundreds, of dollars a day. And so I don't know the average movement of a stock. So he taught me about the ATR. I think it was my first or second day here. So shout out Jose. I can't take, the credit for that. It's all him, guys. So shout out to him.
Jose loves golf. Have you noticed that?
Yes, he's a big golfer.
Golfing up a storm every time back there. Yeah.
So another thing that I use as well is public insider trading information. So this is available on Finviz as well. So public insider trading information on Finviz shows trading transactions involving an affiliate of the company. Example, the CEO, the director, the chairman, and it shows buying or selling of a stock, which also includes the name, the date, the number of shares traded, the transaction, so whether it's a buy, sell, options exercise, or a proposed sale, the cost, the value, the number of shares total, and the SEC form. So that is a really good tool as well that I use. So I don't use it in the typical way that other people use it. So some people use the insider trading information to gauge a bias, long or short, based on what the affiliates are doing with the stock. However, I find the insider trading information list more useful for identifying tickers that may experience increased volatility due to shareholders potentially reacting at or around price levels the insider trader bought or sold at, which ultimately can give clues to potential support and resistance zones at key price levels. Overall, I prefer to use this information as a watch list resource to add tickers on my radar to further investigate potential volatility throughout the week, or I use the transaction price to look at over-under levels rather than using the transaction for a definitive bias to go long or short. Because my executions are uniform, they're pretty uniform, I like to go, above VWAP. If it's above VWAP, I like to go long. If it's breaking VWAP, I like to go short. And so, again, I don't use the public insider trader information to gauge, okay, Jeff Bezos sold at 200, so I'm going to sell, but more so that Jeff Bezos sold, so maybe there may be some increased volatility throughout the week. So that is what I use it for, guys. So that is that. We have that.